Expect to see Richter probably pass the first couple of innings.
Yeah, I believe that he's going to be on a 2-inning max today, but he wasn't the only one that got left in the stall for the whole weekend just about. So I would imagine they're going to run, 7, 8, maybe even 9 pitchers out there depending on how the game's going.
In just a minute, just your, run-of-the-mill 6'4", 240-pound center fielder.
Probably runs a 6'7" or something at that size. Yeah, Brad, and it's really their top 4 guys, as you see their lineup there, all well over 300. But Bougainville, I mean, as a hitter, it looks like there's no.
He'll start things off this afternoon against Chase Richter. We'll be off and running here at Slayton Family Field. The first pitch is in there for a strike from your home plate umpire, Timothy Cooper.
Yeah, so Richter today is going to be 89 to 91.
Won his average, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2. And we'll take a peek as you see this camera over the course of the day. We don't want you to think there's a swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts. Don't you think that there's been some earthquake outbreak here at Tomlinson Stadium? It's just that outfield camera. The 0-2. He gets it one pitch too late. He has to suffer through now a 10-pitch first where he strikes out the side. Chase Richter locked in to get things going. A-State coming to the out over the plate a little too much.
Sure.
Opponents have hit 370 against him so far on the year.
But if you're going to pick a day, playing his 20th game, I just can't tell you how incredible that is. And it's not like he never gets to 2 strikes. It's just his comfortability within that count just doesn't allow him to give in.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. He never gets to 2 strikes. He only gets to 2 strikes, and usually 3 and 2. He's only the first 6 guys in this Arkansas State batting order are all from the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, obviously it's a recruitable. How do you say? It's a recruitable place, certainly. But a lot of these guys are veteran guys that have been around a long time. And Cross Jumper is a perfect example of having potential for the last 4 years.
All 19 starts for the Bears. He's in 314. He checks his swing, and in time, after an appeal down to Michael Phillips, the third base umpire, it's 2-1.
I'm so anxious to talk with Rick after the game to just
Friday night.
Yeah, he was in really good form on Friday night. Just, again, couldn't say enough about the starters over the weekend, just filling up the strike zone consistently. And, you do that, it's not a ideal hitter's ballpark, so they'll let the people be.
This one's hit in left field foul. That'll drift out of play, and it's still a ball and 2 strikes. This is probably not as much wind as they.
That's how you win a starting spot at Division I college.
Sutherland and Bonilla on the corners involved in that play.
I think that was intentional in the turf, Brad. When you have to bang like that, last thing you want to do is overthrow a great diving play. Just one hop off the turf.
I think so. All spun from the fact that their long-term answer at catcher was going to be Kason Tollett, and the injuries sort of ended his career behind the plate.
Yeah, I mean it's really hard to recruit a 300 hitter and a quality pop time and all that, but to expect to have 2 of them on your staff is just not likely. And so try to square up one of the balls he's going to throw. It's going to move every single direction.
Tyler Epstein, the shortstop, leads things off, so he did try to bunt his way on as that wind continues to howl. The 0-1 misses and evens the count. Zera. And he gets tied up on the first pitch he sees from Cooper Garrison. And if it's Garrison, you just got to keep doing. I don't think there's anything you do differently so far through the first 2 batters of this first. So 3 straight hits for Missouri State to start the 2nd inning.
That's what it takes. Most of the guys, Cooper doesn't throw hard enough to where when you get into 2 strikes, you have to still guess a pitch or freak out. The problem with him is you can't ever hit it on the barrel because his ball moves so much. So far, that's been the key.
Here is that shot we mentioned on Sunday.
Yeah, that's that. Stay back, stay back. You recognize curveball. Your front foot's way out in front. Keep the hands back. Hope that you can time it up and stay back just.
To move the runner into scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah, that's just a really good. I mean, no coach can say it enough of how important it is to have guys that can execute the plays that you need them to execute. And obviously this staff has incredible confidence in Quiller being able to lay down a bunt. And he's in that situation a ton. He can do it for.
In the first inning, after a long hold, to strike on the outside corner to Kale.
Really good pitch and just as equally of a good take. We call that the 3 zone, low and away from a right-hander. And what a good little slurve slider.
3 o'clock this afternoon and some hoops at 8 on the Arkansas State campus.
Hoops at 8.
Nick Rodriguez spins out of the way of ball 1. He grounded out to second his first time up. Yeah, we expect A-State to switch pitchers early and often, and they're going to, right here, they're going to bring in a right-hander when we get back. Thrown at 7 2/3 out of the bullpen over 4 appearances.
I was going to expect the runner to go at some point during this at bat, and maybe they obviously will 3-2, but Sutherland is 0 for 0 on the season with stolen bases. So
that ball was their state program. Odd as it sounds to say, getting ready to play Missouri Valley Conference play for the final time coming up, starting this weekend. They'll head to Conference USA. Kale took a close pitch there, and the count's full.
Another real.
Once they get there, these two schools have a football home and home sign. So they'll play in Springfield and Jonesboro coming up a few years down the line on the gridiron. And that'll be fun because it's, you know, a trip obviously no matter who's on the road, both fan bases can take the 4. Actually, Logan Dunn, who was up there as a pinch hitter in the spot that was initially held by the first baseman Benito Bonilla. Allen came inside. It's 1-2. That one is hung and then hit a mile foul. The count's to 0-2 on the catcher Williams era. The 0-2. They wanted it high. You saw Amundsen kind of. Allen's 3-2. Missed outside. It's a 2-out walk. First walk handed out by A-State pitching today.
Yeah, Allen wanted that. That wasn't. That didn't catch a corner. It was about a ball off. Another good pitch, but just not close enough for 3-2.
That's going to drop for a base hit.
There's another cap ball. Right, found some green. The guys, your team respects work. You can't be the rah-rah guy and talking and boosting everybody up if they don't respect you. And it's going to be very hard to find somebody else that's going to outwork Patrick Ingskoff. He's very towards first baseline. So he could get caught here if he doesn't take his responsibility and cover the third baseline.
This is outside. It's 3-0 on Anderson.
But I bet you he ain't going to bunt now. Even if he throws 2 more strikes, he's still in hitter's count. So it's different to actually warn you of where you're at. And as you're drifting into that, it's hard for his teammates to even give him enough warning to know exactly where he's at. Not to mention, it's a slanted wall. So, you know, 5 more feet, you know, closer to the dugout, he misses the thing. With where the new wall has been placed.
So it's turned into a long at bat for Drake Anderson against Schaff. Another 3-2. And this one's more conventional out to right, and What a catch. Oh, my goodness, what a grab out there.
We want to play foul territory. Of course, there's been balls that fall right over the walls all game long, but they're nearly guarding more foul territory than they are fair.
Another one.
Just fight until he makes a mistake and puts one over the middle of the plate. Through the slider, get me over slider, but he had been letting the fastball get so deep that it didn't fool him. It was an easy right down the middle slider, being able to put the barrel on it. You know, what we've seen the left fielder playing, obviously Dunn was playing the line, and so right now.
And so, if you execute that, worst case scenario, you throw Quiller out. Whoops, Will French is going to lead off the inning.
Off the next inning, sure.
And even though he wouldn't bring that 3-2 count with him, might as well. He's going to get back around to it.
No doubt.
One.
Fastballs away and sliders on the back foot. Anytime you see a swing like that, you can just bet that's what he'll get.
Fouled back, 1-2. Go over and check on Rodriguez.
He had him. He had him leaning. He took a step towards second base and throw on the other side of the bag, he would have been out.
Yeah, throw was, yeah. And Todd said wrong side of the bag. Will French had to reach over.
I expect McCutcheon to take off at some point in this at bat. Excuse me.
Rodriguez, yep.
He could go get a lawn chair and sit on that line. He's just about close enough to just straddle the foul line. On a couple radio shows here in town.
It's not as bad as it used to be.
That's true.
Upstairs for a ball to Tollett. Trying to do some damage here with 1 on 1 out. But on a 2-1 pitch, fouls it away. It's 2-2. Well, we've seen Max Knight here in this 6th inning at the plate. To the count on Jake Henry Williams. See if Zara sets up inside again.
Yeah, he's trying to get it there, and it's just all of a sudden mid-dive. It took a little bit of a hop. He had to adjust. Problem is, when you're that deep in the hole, if you turn arm side, it's hard. You don't get any momentum. But when you're diving backwards towards the left center, it just seems to be the fastest way, and he wasn't able to get enough on it. But it's still bang, bang.
Position with 1 out here in the 7th.
How many more seconds before Silva comes out? Kind of expected the lefty-lefty matchup.
Here he comes.
There he is.
So Mike Silva will head out, and it will be Carson Keithley.
What you just saw was first pitch curveball ball, second pitch curveball. I mean, that never, ever happened. But it's just these guys are getting better and better and better and more confident in the stuff that they're throwing, and they're pitching backwards.
The 1-1 was a fastball.
Takes it completely off right off the base of his palm. Had plenty of time to make the throw.
And I think at this point, your clock's moving so fast. I don't think he realized how much time he had.
Did I just break my hand? Do I still have a chance?
Right.
And gloves falling off and all kinds of stuff.
It's funny you say it, but it's true. It's just you feel naked out there. We're trying to play defense without your glove.
Yep.
Let's see what Patty does to lead off the bottom of the 7th here.
For a long time, and over the past couple of weeks, it's been that's really been part of the success of this Red Wolf offense. Certainly here today.
A-State 2 for 6 so far on the afternoon with a runner in scoring position.
Certainly did that for the Red Wolves here.
There goes Quiller with French up there. No tag as the throw wasn't handled cleanly, so now Ashton's in scoring position.
Give French a couple more pitches to look at before Quiller took off on this one and out in foul territory today.
So McCutcheon will take a long walk back. He was running that thing out all the way. So he was nearly to second base by the time it landed foul. 1-2. That's down the line left side. Jake Henry Williams makes the catch. Ends up a step in foul territory for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, played well. The way that both of these outfields are guarding these lines. Movement on that. There's the Morris code you were talking about.
Cross pulls that one foul. It's 2-1. Tollett has that one snagged by the shortstop. Hardest hit ball for Kaysen today, but Epstein makes the play. Red Wolf, you could get these 3 outs.
Yeah, snag a win out of there. Anytime you've thrown 6 pitchers and you come out with the win.